What's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the 2019 Volkswagen Passat. Huge shout out to Keffer Volkswagen, they're providing this car for today's video. I have the link to their website and all their information down in the description below. They have a huge selection of all the brand new Volkswagen, so definitely check them out. And the model that we're looking at today is finished off in gray metallic, is the 2.0T SE R-Line, and has an MSRP just over $31,000. Underneath the hood, this features a 2-liter 4-cylinder inline turbocharged engine that produces 174 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to the 6-speed automatic transmission and sends the power to the front wheels. And all running on an 18.5 gallon fuel tank, you can expect to get 25 miles per gallon in the city and 36 on the highway. This has an overall curb weight of 3,285 pounds, the wheelbase is 110.4 inches, and the overall length is 191.9 inches. The width is 72.2 inches, and we get a minimum ground clearance of 5.4 inches. This features ventilated disc brakes up front measuring 12.3 inches, and solid rear discs measuring in at 10.7 inches. 19-inch wheels are in all 4 corners with a split 5-spoke design, all wrapped in a Continental tire. Being the R-Line, this has a little bit more sporty appearance comparing it to the standard Passat. We get an upgraded grille, bumpers, badging, side sills, and some more exterior trim. The front end has a very classy appearance with a lot of horizontal chrome lines within the upper and lower grille. We get the R-Line badge in the upper grille as well as the Volkswagen logo. 4 parking sensors are within the front bumper. This has a large lower grille to allow maximum cooling to the radiators. The horizontal slots make their way to the farthest points of the bumper, help give this car a very wide appearance. We get LEDs for the turn signals within the headlights, as well as LED daytime running lights. There's also a nice chrome trim and satin aluminum trim along the entire front end of the hood that makes its way from one headlight to the other. The hood has some sharp lines to it, help giving this car a muscular and wide appearance, and as we make our way to the side profile of the car, there's a sharp line running from the top of the headlight all the way to the rear end of the car. We get the R-Line badge in the front fender, chrome trim along the lower portion of the doors, body colored door handles and body colored mirrors with your LED turn signals, chrome trim running along the window trim, and an excellent side profile giving this car a very proportional look from the front all the way to the rear. This car also features the sunroof and then the shark fin antenna, and then as we make our way to the rear end of the car, we get more LEDs within the taillights, a chrome trim piece from one taillight to the other, and there's even a piece within the taillights to help connect it all the way from one side to the other. This has another trim piece wrapping its way around the entire rear bumper. We have 4 more parking sensors, a gloss black rear diffuser. Your standard backup camera is right underneath the Volkswagen logo, and overall a very clean look for the rear. So there's a good look at the outside of the 29 Passat as well as some of the specifications for it. Go on ahead and lock in the car with a key fob. All I have to do with the key in my pocket is go up to the door handle. Once I grab it, the car automatically unlocks and we can take a look at the interior. This car features a black leather interior. There's piano black, carbon fiber look, and some aluminum accents within the interior. Starting with the door panel, we have a nice armrest right on the left side, all of your window controls, and then a nice solid grab handle. We have the trunk release button, some storage as well as a cup holder, all your mirror controls, lock and unlock, and then the aluminum colored release handle. There's that carbon fiber look trim to it as well as some silver accents. Very cool appearance on the door panel. And then making our way inside, we get power seating, leather seats with perforated leather in the center, nice solid bolsters on them, really comfortable lumbar support and everything. There's more solid leather within the sides of the seat. You just get a good look at the overall design. Nice stitching pattern to it as well. And then making our way inside, black leather steering wheel with black stitching. You can see the piano black as well as some silver accents on the steering wheel. And then inside the car with my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and start it up. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have all your cruise control settings as well as the volume control. We can adjust how far you want this to pace the car in front of you. And then over on the right side, we have more settings to control the audio. And then using this center button right here, we can scroll through the menu in the center of the gauges. You can scroll over to different assistants, phone. All the driver assistants are right here. You can scroll through to see which one you want to have checked by just using this button right here, and you have an OK button. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have your headlight controller, turning them on, auto, and then off. We have the dim switch to control the intensity of the interior lighting. Some nice silver accents on it as well. One of the air vents, and then up top we have the Fender audio logo. Speakers are on the top of the dash as well. Nice black trim throughout, and then a silver piece where that Fender logo was. And then coming to the center of the dash, we have more air vents and the Passat logo. We can go ahead and turn the screen to the on position. And then to take a look at the infotainment setup, if we hit the nav button, the navigation pops up. Very easy to go through some shortcuts on the bottom as well. We can have a different view to see what you want to see. You can even change your radio right there. Going into the apps icon, we can connect different apps, and then hitting the menu button, we can see everything all in one place. Very nice touchscreen, pretty simple to use. Settings, audio, XM radio, traffic information, nav, all the things you would normally find. Hitting the radio, of course, goes to your radio. We have media for different Bluetooth devices, phone, and then a voice command button. Down below that, we have the on-off as well as volume, and then a tuning on the right. We have all your climate controls down here, recirc, heated seat buttons. You can change the fan speed in the center here. It goes around the wheel, which is a really cool touch. Go ahead and turn that off, and then we have the temperature on the left side with a nice LCD screen to show you the temperature. And then taking a look at the shifter, this has a leather shift boot around it, giving it a clean look with more silver accents. Pulling the trigger up front with my foot on the brake and putting it into drive. If I bump it over, I can shift using the plus and minus, or shift by using the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. And then putting the car into reverse, the backup camera will pop up. Has a good view behind you with guidelines on it. And then you have an icon right here to turn the parking sensors on and off, and that'll actually even turn off the screen. In front of the shifter, we have more storage. Just opening this up, there's a 12 volt as well as a USB, and this actually goes a few inches down, so you have some space in there, and keeping the car back into park. We have the handbrake as well as some cup holders and some storage. Opening up the center console, we have a decent amount of space in here with another 12 volt. And then on the right side of the dash, we can take a look at the glove box. You have a lot of space in here, as you would expect. You can fit owner's manuals and everything you need in there. And you can get a good look at the dash. I like the accents with the carbon fiber look as well as the silver accents, and then the black leather is a great touch. Up top, we do have the power sunroof. All the controls are up top, and you can actually stop it on different settings to see where you'd like the roof to go. So just putting it halfway, it's gonna stop about halfway. And then easy enough, by just turning it all the way back, it'll go up. And then you can press the button up and down to make it tilt. So by just holding the button up, it'll actually tilt. And then to take a look at the rear seat space, we can open up the rear door. You have a similar door panel with the same type of armrest on it. We get some storage on it as well, and your window controller. The same type of trim finds its way for the rear. On the back side of the front seats, we do have a nice storage pocket, and then your climate control vents as well as 2 USB ports. Similar design for the rear seats, finished off in the black leather. We have perforated leather and the stitching design in the centers, and then the solid leather towards the sides of the seat. I had the front seat set at my height, which is 5'11". We'll go ahead and hop on inside the back of the Passat. So closing the door now, I actually have a lot of leg room. My knees are like 8 inches away from the seat. My feet have plenty of room underneath the seat. There's really a lot of foot room and leg room back here. Sitting in the seat like normal, the armrest is in a good spot to get comfortable. And then over on the right side of me, if I pull this down, we do get a nice armrest here. There's 2 cup holders underneath this packaging tape. But definitely a very comfortable car to be in the back seat of. You could fit 3 people back here fairly comfortably. You do have adjustable headrest, and then a nice touch I just noticed, you have another window back here. So it really does make it pretty open back here. Now to take a look at the trunk space, you can use the button on the key fob, the interior door panel, or just the button right below the Volkswagen logo. We have a lot of space back here, as you can see. There is a lever you can pull on each side of the trunk to fold down the second seats, but definitely a ton of space here. There is a compartment on the left and the right side. We got a first aid kit bag right here. So a lot of extra room to keep things a little bit more secure with this divider, and then a little cutout over there. And then with the seats folded down, you can see just how much more space we have. And then hopping in the rear seats again, you can see how they're folded down. So definitely have a ton of space in the car for anything that you need. Alright guys, so we are setting off now in the 2019 Passat. This is one of the few Volkswagens I've actually driven, so I don't have too much experience in it. So overall, just looking at the layout of the dash and everything, it's very easy to get used to. The climate controls are right there. Everything is labeled very nicely. The 3 dials for the fan speed as well as the temperature are easy to see, and I like the little screen to actually show you the temperature. The steering wheel feels really nice in my hands. The black leather is really soft, and I like the overall view out. The dashboard actually isn't that long, so you can see right to the front of the hood, and then you don't really see too much hood in front of you, so you have a lot of glass right in front of you. Looking over your left and right shoulder, it's equally as good. Those third windows that I had mentioned when I was in the back seat really give you a lot of visibility. As the driver looking over your left and right shoulder, you can see out very nicely. There's no big blind spots or anything like that. So overall, for a daily driver, commuter car, a family car just cruising in a normal sedan, this is a car that's very comfortable to drive and you have great visibility. The seating position is really easy to get into a comfortable spot. I like all the power controls. You have power lumbar support, armrests, everything like that, very comfortable. And then just driving the car now like normal, it's very comfortable and quiet. There's no crazy road noise or wind noise or anything like that. It seems very well insulated from the outside elements. So then coming up to a turn now, we're gonna see what it's like as far as some handling goes. Going about 35-40 miles an hour, taking a nice tight turn. The car is pretty planted. There's really not too much body roll in it. And then we'll do a small U-turn, 3-point turn, The turning radius actually seems very tight. That's a great touch to have. Can easily make a sharp turn. So then now in sport mode with the paddles, just doing a small acceleration, getting up to 50. Alright, so it's not the fastest car out there, of course, but it gets right up to speed, so merging in lanes on traffic and getting up on the highway isn't going to be an issue. Putting the car back into drive, I like the safety features that this car has. Using the right controller on the steering wheel, I can scroll through different safety features that I'd like with all the assistance. Having the lane keeping assist on, as I get close to that center lane, the car will steer itself back into the center. That's a great touch to have, and the car's actually doing a really good job actually keeping me right in the lane. So great feature with that. And then you also of course have the rear traffic alert, the blind spot, and the front assist. So it's nice to have all that safety technology in this car. But overall, driving around in the Passat, it's a comfortable daily. It's exactly what you're going to expect. You have a lot of nice features with the navigation, the sunroof, the leather seating, all that kind of stuff, and of course the safety features that we just mentioned. The overall driving dynamics, it's just a normal, comfortable car. You really can't go wrong with it. But I think that's about going to wrap up taking a look at the 2019 Passat. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out Keffer Volkswagen's website in the description below of all their information. They have a huge selection of all the new Volkswagen cars, so definitely check them out. Anyways, that wraps up today's video. Be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, smash the subscribe button. We'll see you guys next video.